Hi, I'm Davy. I'm awesome. And welcome to Davy's Awesome Stories, where I tell funny stories from my past or go on a rant in an effort to make you laugh. So I was thinking this week about my Halloween dreams. See, I do love certain holidays. I love Halloween. I love Christmas. Of course, I love Thanksgiving. I get to eat. But like Halloween and Christmas, I love them both. My wife and I both. We love to decorate. We love to get festive. We love to watch appropriate movies for the season. Then again, unlike my wife, I'll watch Halloween or Christmas movies whenever. Heck, I'll watch Thanksgiving movies whenever. I don't care what time of the year it is, I'll watch Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. And I was even thinking back to when my brother and I were teenagers, high school years, too old to trick or treat, so we'd dress up warm and sit out on our porch and hand out candy. We were cool with it. We liked seeing the kids in their costumes and going like, oh, you're so scary, and always wishing our parents would spring a buck to decorate so we could trick out our front yard. But alas, they wouldn't do that. But I would if I could. Oh yes, I would if I could. Like, that's what I want someday. I want a house. I want to be doing well enough to have a house and trick it out for the holidays. I don't need like a big house or a mansion or something. I'm not that guy. In fact, I used to watch stuff like Cribs or something and go like, what the heck do you have 23 rooms for that you do nothing with? But like a front yard. And do that thing where I decorate it so much that there's like a maze that goes around the side into the backyard where you're going through like Dracula's tomb or something, and there I am at the end of it going like, welcome, I am the king of Halloween. Here is a full-size candy bar, you bastard. Of course, the parents getting mad because I called the kid bastard, but they'll get over it because then I give them a full-size candy bar. And I've talked about this and people have asked, would your wife be down with this? My wife would be incredibly down to trick out our house for Halloween. But we live in an apartment, so we can only do so much. But I get ideas for Halloween that my kids won't go with. Well, two of them. The oldest, he's usually down. I'll be like, I got an idea, guys. How about for Halloween, as a family, we do like a little theme. We'll all dress up as different slasher killers. Like I said, my oldest is down. He's like,
I call Jason.
The year I suggested this, at first my middle kid said okay. He wanted to be Freddy, that's his favorite. And I was fine with that. But then when we got close to Halloween, he refused. He was like, no, I'm going to be Sonic. My wife was like, sure, I'll put on a mask and a jumpsuit. I'll be Michael Myers. We were going to dress up the youngest as Chucky, but that didn't go well. And me, I was going to be Angela from Sleepaway Camp. Of course, I would have put on a bodysuit. I wasn't going to actually go outside naked. Especially because I couldn't pull that off. I groom a lot better than the body double in that movie. Seriously, if you've seen it, then probably like me, you were wondering like, is that a naked dude or did an Arab dwarf stand in front of her? But again, it didn't come to fruition. That year, my oldest did dress up as Jason. My middle kid was Sonic. And that was the year my youngest was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And it was adorable. But that was the one that kind of put the kibosh on it. My youngest was obsessed with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man at the time. He got obsessed with him because my other kids are obsessed with Ghostbusters. So I said, okay, let's do that instead. Why don't we all be Ghostbuster characters? Timmy can be Stay Puft. Us three guys can be the Ghostbusters. Mom can be Zool. But then my wife was like, I'm not going to be Zool. Okay, fine, you can be Dana Barrett. How about I be one of the female Ghostbusters from the remake? What? How about you never mention that abomination again? No, we are not paying any kind of homage to that terrible, terrible remake. Now before some of you feminists get on here and start going, oh, he just didn't like it because it had women in it. No, I didn't like it because it was terrible. It wasn't funny, it wasn't entertaining, and it was killing my childhood. Even my kids didn't like that one. And before you start going like, oh, you must have influenenced them, they actually were able to see it before I did, and it was them that came up to me saying,
Yeah, I'd skip it if I were your dad. That one was awful.
So, we all liked the third movie. So yeah, that didn't happen that year either. My wife and I did not dress up, and my kids' costumes had nothing to do with each other. Like always. I've made other suggestions though. Like, since I love the Universal Monsters, and my kids kind of like them, my wife kind of likes them, why don't we do that? My wife and I could be Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, and then the other three, pick one of the other ones. There's Dracula, Wolfman, Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, Creature from the Black Lagoon. But they don't want to do that. So instead I was like, fine, you guys go trick-or-treating, I'll stay home. Say I was the Invisible Man. I suggest things that the whole family likes, like all of us. For both Halloween and Christmas, we like to gather around and watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's great because it's technically a movie for both seasons. I've said, hey, we could do that. wife and I, Jack Skeleton and Shelly, and then the 3 kids that could be the 3 demon kids. That was the only one my oldest kind of put a little bit of a kibosh on when he goes,
Oh, I'm Oogie Boogie.
Yep, cool, we could do that. They could be other characters too. If we could get the little one to dress up as that little ghost dog. But even my ultimate Halloween dream, I'm waiting until we get that house with a yard. Trick it out. And I want to be Napoleon Dynamite. And if I can, I'm going to get us all to dress up as characters. Like my wife, of course, can be Deb with that sexy side ponytail. I've talked about this. My oldest has already said.
I call Pedro.
I've talked to my brother about dressing up as Uncle Rico.
Ooh, can I have a steak?
No, you'd burn it. Get my little kid to be Kip. Get my youngest to be Rex, because that would be cool. And trick the house out. Like my wife has already talked about it. If I could get her the materials, she'd make a big papier-mâché Uncle Rico van to put in the front yard. And me, being Napoleon, I would not only get to pass out candy, but I'd get to pass it out as Napoleon. Kids going by as I'm just yelling, come on, kids. Eat the food. Eat the food! Some of you doubt whether or not I would do that.
He would do that.
But like I said, these are dreams that hopefully someday I'll get to achieve. Someday, somewhere, some Halloween. And if you enjoy this video, you can help me achieve that dream by hitting like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications for when I post the videos, and leave a comment. Tell me some of your Halloween dreams. Love you guys.